Yes, I did. Oh, yes, I am.
Yes, I has. Beep.
Your game saved automatically in certain points. However,
But not others.
we recommend you put aside an hour and a half and complete home in a single sitting. Did it really take that long? I don't remember taking it that long. Well, anyways, we're playing this game as a spooky time.
I don't know if you've noticed, but Saturday spookiness has turned into Sunday scares.
Turn off the lights. Spookies.
Oh, there's a light still on.
Whatever. It's not. It's dim. All right, it cool. And turn up the sound of the bass. All I remember is that at that point I was finding myself alone.
And Cassie.
Oh, my head. Where was I? It was so dark. There was something by my feet. A flashlight.
It's like a silent movie.
Yeah. Oh, I'd click. Okay. Whoa.
Somebody pooped on the floor.
Oh, that's some bad diarrhea. I hope it wasn't me.
Or Chris.
Oh, right click. That house. Where was I?
The bathroom? Hey, are you dead?
There was a body lying on the floor. Who was it?
Poke him.
I didn't recognize his face. He was still kind of warm.
Poke his face.
Like as if he jizzed his pants. Sorry.
You mean recently died?
Yes. Moving along. Kitty!
Hey, did you kill that guy?
Wait, is that a cat or a demon?
Either way, it looks excited.
Oh, cat.
Yeah. It was scared.
Yeah, skirt the cat. Let's find out what else is on this floor first. Chippies.
Oh, it's an alien. You dead.
Oh, no, it's not.
I guess not.
Hey, computer. This got a computer and some kind of papers on it.
Get on YouTube.
And a single drawer. I didn't want to snoop, but did I open the drawer?
Fuck yeah.
Okay.
Sup,
Receipts, pens, and a blurry photo. Looked like a stone of some kind.
Store.
I knew that. Why did this look so familiar?
Oh.
Blood on the wall. It wasn't diarrhea this time. It smelled fresh and sickening. I realized there was blood on my shoes and pants. Totally not duty. Oh man. I had to get out of there.
Or at least find the bathroom.
Walkie. Downstairs.
Hey, yeah, that's not
I fell down the stairs. It hurt like hell.
But then I noticed that I limped as I moved down the stairs. I
How
only
did
fell halfway.
How did I hurt my leg? I wondered. All I could really recall was coming home, seeing
Hitting my
Rachel.
head first as I went down the stairs.
I was upset. She looked afraid. I shook my head. And
It was
tried
bleeding.
I knew I should head downstairs, try to find a way out. Books. The shelf was full of books of the local history and hunting. Seemed like the owner of the house really knew the area.
Oh shit, it's not my house.
It's weird how I had to click to go somewhere.
Somebody's having sex.
An old dining table covered in dirty dishes for 2 people. There were dozens of beer cans and other liquor bottles among the dishes.
I think I'm still right.
The smell was turning my stomach.
Also still right.
What is it?
Are you duck? Somebody kill a duck?
A black and white photo
Oh.
looked like a man upstairs. Looked like the man upstairs and his wife. I guessed
They were the ones having sex.
there was no reason for me to keep this. Did I take it?
Did you?
Well, I'll let you make the decisions, because I've played this before.
Yeah, snatch that shit.
I slipped the photo into my pocket. Maybe this would help me find some answers.
Tell me, photo, why am I here?
More downstairs? Jeez.
Where the fuck?
What is that?
What is humping the ground?
A thin gray mouse was stuck in the trap. It looked frantic but exhausted. Did I free it?
Yes, maybe it can make a distraction for me later.
What
Or
is this,
get killed by
King's
that
Quest or
cat that
something?
What?
What is this, like King's Quest?
I put the mouse in my pockets.
What's this? A collection of rusty tools. They looked like they'd seen a lot of use and were caked in a damp, smelly dirt. Totally not duty. Why weren't they in the shed?
Because they were there for murdering.
Oh, hey, a picture. A photo similar to the old one I picked up. It'd been moved a lot. There seemed to be a switch behind it. Did I push the switch?
Do we have Scooby snacks?
I think.
Yes.
Okay. It depressed smoothly.
Oh, this wall button is really high quality. Somebody took their time putting this together. I mean, for a secret passage, this one's top notch.
Into the wall. I heard a faraway click somewhere. Faraway click, eh? Where could that click have been?
A.
Well, let's look the whole floor. Maybe we'll find something to light up.
The books.
I don't know. Well, not...
You can put the torch up.
Huh. Weird.
Right.
Oh, it's like I can look on the ceiling, I guess, if there's something up there. Oh, that reminds me. What about that weird dripping noise we saw earlier?
You mean the thing that was dripping and also made a noise?
Yeah. Oh.
It's
It's nothing. Great.
It doesn't matter. It's the dead guy dripping through the floor.
Hey, dead guy. How you doing?
Oh, it's a different dead guy.
No, it's the same dead guy from before.
No, the one dripping through the floor.
Oh, right. Huh. Nothing in here. Was it up? Maybe it wasn't up on this floor.
Maybe the dead guy knows.
No, he's dead.
Yeah, but we didn't rob him.
Well, clearly we didn't take. We don't have it.
That's where he died, probably.
Most likely.
Got caught watching porn.
On his computer.
And his wife got stabby.
All right, let's head downstairs.
She said she liked getting stabby, but man, did he not really.
Check the mirror. I looked like hell. My clothes were dirty and torn, and there was mud caked all over my shoes.
Like somebody gave me mollies and I ran through the forest. That's fine. You didn't jump at all.
No, I didn't. The door was taped up and seemed to be stuck. By the smell, tape. I guessed it went to the kitchen.
A kitchen for just doing duties.
The switch in the walls appeared to have unlocked the door.
Neat.
So that's what it was.
Hi. Bye.
The box looked heavy, but there were marks on the floor. It had obviously been moved before. Maybe I had to find a way out. I must have moved it, right? Did I?
I guess you must have.
All right. I heaved the box forward and it finally gave.
Then a monster jumped out and bit my balls.
That would be terrible. There was a ladder going down underground where the box was. A dank smell rose from the passage.
Damn, Snoop Dogg down there.
It be dank and lit. Did I climb down the ladder?
Hell yeah, fool.
I looked again at the photo I found in the house. The couple looked distant, like they didn't want to be in the same picture.
One of them farted.
I wondered where the wife was. She probably let one loose. My leg was terrible shape, but I had to get out.
Yeah, look how weird it looks. It's got like reverse joint.
Footprints in the dirt looked more than one kind. A lot of traffic.
Beep beep.
A lot of
Sorry, this is supposed to be scary.
Places all over were marked on the old map of town. The industrial area near the river, various houses, and even the water tower near the old rail station.
Oh, that's where we locked up those 3 crazy cartoons.
Newspaper clippings from the local paper. They were all about murders and in town over the last few years. Wait. There were photos of our house. What the hell was that about? Maybe I should have looked around more. Tried to find some kind of information.
This split personality is really throwing me off. It's like one part of me wants to murder and the other part doesn't.
A work table covered in papers, dirt, and a handgun. I hate guns. I didn't take it, did I?
This guy is not me. He a bitch.
So you did?
Yeah.
Okay. I tucked the small handgun into my pocket. Its weight was somewhat reassuring.
Fuck yeah, it's a gun. How do you think man survived in nature? He went up everything and said, "Hey, crazy monkey, you want a hug?" No, he stabbed that fucker with a spear.
It was so dark down there, and the air smelled stale and putrid. I couldn't believe what I saw. What
Sorry, I've
is this
been watching a
place?
lot of stuff about 100,000 years ago.
Anyways. Some kind of homemade rack, slung together with a poorly cut wood and rope. It was caked in old blood. Somebody didn't actually use that, did they?
Well, apparently they do.
Rusted hooks, like the kind you'd find at a butcher, hung from the ceiling. They looked pitted and worn from the heavy use. That man upstairs, did he do this?
The dead one?
I don't know, maybe. Cruelly made shelves. Doesn't make shelves like a real man. They looked like they
Definitely not the same guy that made that switch upstairs.
Look, they were holding cans of some kind of corrosive. The labels were worn and slick, but I could still see the warnings.
You know, I think you walked into a place to die.
It looked like a cage. It was small, but there was something coating the bottom. Something wet.
My argument seems to be solid.
Definitely not my duty. I did not shit myself.
No, whatever was forcing that cage did. Hey, desk, maybe we could look up on the records. You know, how well this guy, like, today I murdered a lady named Sally.
The desk looked old and was caked with grime. On it was a stack of old, faded paper, covered with what looked like names.
Would have gotten away with it if it wasn't the day of magic for Sally's.
What? They were scratched out and illegible. Notes were written beside them in faded blue ink. I could only make out a few letters. Ha, e, ha,
Heavily
half. Ooh, roll.
Ralphinated.
None of them made any sense to me. Ooh, a door.
And you did.
They looked like bones half dug into the ground, and they looked old. And faded clothes that stuck up amongst the dirt looked familiar.
It's Grandpa.
They looked like
Great Grandpa.
they looked like the clothes that woman was wearing in the photo I found. Was this the man's wife?
Oh. Looks like they're into some kinky shit and they got a little out of control.
Going down.
Alright, Limpy.
Boxes. Some kind of old boxes. They looked like they were years old. Wait a minute. These boxes had old clothes in them.
Oh, from all the victims.
Clothes I remembered throwing out after Rachel and I moved to town. What the hell they were doing here? Someone's stealing my shit?
Or am I using them for murderings? Or somebody else. Alright, who's shooting lasers?
Oh, it's bats.
Well, they're gone.
Okay. Takes care of that. I remember noticing the broken ladder. I had to be careful. Shit!
Oh, door in the cave. I remember that being normal. Hey.
There was a rope hanging here. I wasn't sure how sturdy it was. Did I take it?
You gonna need your fucking rope.
So no?
Yes, take the rope.
Okay. Maybe the rope would help make out that broken ladder easier to descend.
Ooh, should I take the whispers?
They tell me to do evil stuff. Maybe there was that one broken ladder thing earlier. We should go grab that.
The what?
There was something from earlier.
I don't remember.
Well, I'll go get it.
Jeez, man. So forceful with your steps.
The smell of the room, the old grease and rot. I wasn't getting any closer to finding anything. Oh, I guess not. No, I had to use the rope. All right, forget that.
Yeah, good one, buddy.
Whatever. I was just being careful. I don't want to fall down and hurt my bum.
Man, speaking of Sunday scaries, I don't really get them anymore because I have a purple bed. And that shit is wonderful.
The rope I found would let me climb down the broken ladder safely. Did I climb down?
Yeah, why the fuck not? We're already this far.
Okay.
We're dead.
I could hear a faint hum. The smell from before started to get worse.
But I have to know what the fuck is happening. I don't care if it kills me. Wait. The whole point of knowing is to tell people about terrible shit.
A bunch of old newspapers pasted together. Wheat pasted? What the hell is that?
It's wheat paste. You know, when you make paste from wheat.
A message had been hastily smeared on it. Keep out. Danger due to cave-in. Let's go.
Should I be wearing a hard hat? The wind is moving very strangely down here.
Nicely made door. I could still feel a faint impression on the rope as I had slid down as I pressed against the heavy metal door.
'Cause you got baby hands.
Baby hands, oh hula hand.
Little baby hands can't handle no rope.
It was probably for the best that I hadn't jumped. The ache of my leg was bad enough as it was.
Oh, you could jump down there like a dumb fuck?
Probably. If I could have, though, I would have run straight out of those awful tunnels. Who would keep such a place? At least, though, I thought, I had found that old handgun. It seemed to work, and from the smell of it, it had been already used.
Fresh gunpowder. Bonerific.
I kept the gun in my pocket. It seemed a familiar weight there.
Oh.
Oops. An exposed ventilation shaft. Maybe someone crawled through here? There? But it was so high up that it must have been a sore landing.
Oh yeah, I just remembered I escaped here last night and I got into the house to get out. Oh shit!
There was a dirt on the ground. It looked wet, and there was grass smeared with it. Up or down?
I don't know.
Going down. I could hear a faint trickling sound, like water. What was that? Like
Dead
water.
end?
Exit.
What the fuck? That was quick.
A kitchen knife covered in drying blood. Thinking about it made me sick. I didn't even want to touch it. Did I take the knife?
Well, yeah, I don't know how many bullets are in this gun.
Okie dokie.
I need a murder weapon so when I get caught, I can just go to jail.
I slipped a knife into my boot, since I had the gun in my pocket. Did I really need all this?
Yeah, motherfucker.
We're gonna be armed to the teeth.
Dude, where are we again?
I don't know. Oh.
You jumped so good on that one.
I know I did, dude. I wasn't expecting that. The door was locked. There was a musty smell inside.
I can't wait to get in there.
What's this?
Yeah, a little good old beep boop.
I wasn't sure, but I thought it was some kind of regulator. I had no idea how it worked.
Shit.
I don't think I should mess with that if I don't know what I'm doing. Let's go in here. There's number 2. There's 3. 4. And that's it.
I am a little lost, but...
Yeah, I'm not really sure what I'm supposed to be doing with those. I'm just... Let's go back. Because that door we couldn't open. There's the exit. There was a rusty ladder sunk into the water, which smelled disgusting. I knew that I couldn't climb down that. Maybe I could find a way to drain the putrid water.
The valves.
The fuck? Why isn't this... What the...
Dude, you broke it.
Oh, you gotta be pooping in my pants.
I would never poop in your pants.
Oh. Okay, there we go.
Your PlayStation controller started to interfere.
Indeed it did.
I'm full charge.
Anyways, we need to drain the water.
Drain
oh wait, you know what?
the water.
There was a ladder earlier.
There was?
Yeah, let's go check that out first.
I did not notice.
Oh. Disgusting. It was a mess of filthy garbage bags. There were rips and tears in most of the bags. What looked like an old videotape was sticking out. Did I take the tape?
Yes.
I wasn't sure what I hoped to discover with the tape, but I took it anyway. Ooh, this is spooky.
Yeah, it's kind of spooky. I keep making fun of stuff, though.
Well, yeah, I mean,
That's what I do. I'm so critical. It's annoying.
I thought I could turn this water valve to shut it off. Did I turn it?
Like, fuck, I don't know which valve does what. There's little pieces of paper on the walls. I don't know what they represent at the moment. Oh, it's broken.
I didn't do it. I thought I could turn this water valve to shut off for the flu. Did I?
Shut up.
Yeah, that one didn't sound broken.
Yeah, that one's alright.
I thought yeah, okay, we get it. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, that one sounded broken.
It's just a little loose. Not all valves are the same, man.
Oh, yeah. They're all different in their own special little way.
Well, they all get different amounts of pressure applied to them.
Oh, it's still locked.
That musty door.
Must be musty.
Yeah.
Oh, what the fart.gov? The water's still here?
I do not know how to do the thing, and I don't know.
Yeah, I know. I can't find any notes. I thought through the dust I could see handprints of the previous use, probably somewhere. Whoever worked in these sewers. Okay, that...
well...
Okay, that doesn't help. Looks like I turned off the water flow in this valve. Okay. So why isn't the water drained? Okay, did we not turn this one or something?
I don't...
That was still active. There we go.
It has to make the noise.
Oh. Gosh dang it, I really got to turn these things more than once. Come on.
Number 3 is being a real butty butt. This one's turned off.
Okay, good. That was annoying. Freaking making
Different levels of flow. Alright?
Ah,
If they were all at the same rate, a super maxed out rate, then we'd probably have flooded the whole room.
I see. I see what you're stepping in.
Some bullshit.
Hey, what's this? It looked like the water was drained out of the grate in the wall. Gosh dang it, controller!
Love me.
Fine, I'll use the controller. It means so much to you.
Okay.
There was a small metal key left floating in the shallow pool of rancid water. Did I take it?
I already smell bad enough.
So yes?
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. I pocketed the small key, but it was an odd shaped. I had no idea what it might open.
What?
That one door, remember?
Yeah, but you didn't explore the rest of the place?
We'll do that. Well, I'm pretty sure it's like the only way to go, so we'll get back to it. Door was locked. There was a musty smell. Okay, I guess not. keys for something else, I guess.
Y'all.
Well, I died just a big swinging turd. Wasting everybody's time.
Goodness. There is El Doro down here? Yes.
The safety poster had definitely been seen better days. How old was this facility?
Old as great-grandpa.
The door was locked. I could see a faint light within.
Hello, sir. Are you murderous?
Probably.
Oh.
Door.
This place is gross. Hey,
Hey,
more
look.
dead.
Hey, dead guy, how you doing? I found another dead body in the sewer worker. By the wounds all over his face and the body, I figured he had been stabbed repeatedly.
Hooray!
Good thing I have the murder weapon. There was a key ring sticking out of the man's pocket. Did I take it?
Yeah, why the fuck not?
I thought about the knife I found with some disgust as I carefully picked the keys from his pocket. I was almost worried he thought he was going to grab me and be a zombie.
Sam Bambo.
There was a security camera in the room. There must have been a way to see what happened. Maybe this VHS tape I found could be useful.
Hooray.
Should we go back and see those other rooms?
Yeah, I remember those rooms.
Wow, man, you forget things immediately. I used the keyring to unlock the door.
Hi.
Whoa. The shelf was full of security tapes, was strictly organized though covered in dust. Looked like the tape I found was the one missing from the shelf.
Oh, cool. We get to watch it.
There was a dusty
Let's
VCR
see.
on the security desk. I wondered what was on this tape. Did I play the tape?
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Oh no. The video showed a man right in the sewers being attacked. The tape, yeah, that was really loud. The tape looked fuzzy and stretched, like someone had tampered with it. It looked like there could have been two men.
Ooh.
Interesting.
Looks like Stabby's got a partner.
Oh, snap. Hang on, there's the last door. I want to see if there's anything there.
Or was it the guy who got stabbed in Stabby?
I tried a bunch of keys on the keyring that I found on that worker, and one of them seemed to fit.
Hooray.
A collection of stale liquor bottles covered the floor. The wall was littered with dozens of old, faded papers. Whoever did this was obsessed with some local murders. According to some of the clippings, bodies had been found in ravines, in the forest, and in one case, dumped in the back of an abandoned truck. I couldn't be sure, but I thought some of these same articles had also been pasted back in those tunnels. A faded receipt was half trampled on the floor. It was from the local train station, and it was a ticket for two.
Bum, bum, bum.
Or 2 tickets. That's how it works.
Paradise.
I didn't know what use it could be, but did I keep the receipt?
Like, oh, it was the wife getting away with the guy and he stabbed them both. To keep the receipt.
I neatly folded the soiled receipt and slipped it into my front pocket.
It made my shorts wet.
The smell of duty got stronger. Oh, I did not like that. Not liking that. Oh, I love it. Don't you love it?
Oh, it's so much fun.
Alright, we're just in that one, so let's continue on.
Yeah.
It must have been the other end of the ventilation shaft. Whoever used it could have gotten past that flooded room with this.
Shit. But then you wouldn't have found all that information.
I would need that gun. Like, would I need that gun or that knife before the end? Both weighed me down as I aggravated my leg as I climbed the old ladder. The thought of that videotape still gave me chills. Who was it Who was it that didn't want to be seen? Was it the same person who that hid those clippings away in the locked room? Suddenly, the awful smell of that sewer gave way to a pine-scented blast of fresh air.
Hooray! I'm the fuck out.
That's back down. Alright, let's see where we're going now. Oh, that was loud.
There's a wonderful door.
An old ladder leading to an ancient water tower. The ladder needed to be extended so to climb it. Did I extend the ladder?
I guess so.
I popped the latch and brought down the ladder. Bats.
Shut up, Bats.
Batman. He's about. He's gonna think I'm the killer.
Whoa. What the hell?
That's weird. A patch of smeared dirt and grass. There was a beat-up old wallet. I thought it was mine. Did I take it?
Yeah. We're a werewolf. Dope.
I slid the filthy wallet into my back pocket. I noticed it didn't contain any kind of gun permit. In fact, it didn't contain any cards or ID of any kind. I thought I should recover my credit card and driver's license at least.
Darn.
From the railing I could see over the woods and down the entrance to the sewers. Had I come through here before? If I did, someone definitely could have seen me.
Coulda, woulda, definitely. Jump. Flip. Hey, spooky eyes.
Yeah, they're there. I tried the little key I had fished out of the murky puddle in the sewers. It fit, and I heaved the rusty door. Loving the sound. The wind was picking up a bit. The night air had become strangely chilly.
Huh. Better get in this house.
The old train station was quiet as a tomb. The only sound was that of the increasing wind buffeting the decrepit structure.
Huh.
Yeah, we're
When
going.
was the first time you played this game?
Not for like a long time ago. It's been friggin' forever.
It's like a year?
More than a year.
Okay.
The old ticket booth that looked fairly ruined. Inside the ticket window were sheets and of paper and wait, what are these? Train receipts?
Ooh.
What are these doing here? I thought the receipt that I picked up might match these, but of course not. The station had been closed for years. The ticket must have been for the newer station that opened up on the other side of town after this one was abandoned. However, I noticed a series of fresher looking paper covered in tiny notes scribbled in diagrams.
What them diagrams got?
Escape routes. That's weird. Well, let's keep looking around.
Is there a way to look at your notes?
Oh.
Nope.
No,
Oh, well.
doesn't look like it. An old map encased in glass hung on the wall. It was the train routes connected to the old station. As I looked at it, it seemed familiar.
Everything is familiar to this guy.
Of course! The map I found in the tunnel and the similar locations marked on the notes I found on the other man's bookshelf. His notes mentioned the water tower and even this train yard. What was he doing coming back here?
Ooh. Snooze.
We are gonna deduce. We're detectives on the case.
Deducing with deduceness. Fuck.
The old train was ripped open and hanging from a shred of metal, and as well as a broken fence was a dark stained patch of cloth. It looked synthetic, like some kind of outerwear. Inside the train's shell, I could see a few faint impacts like wounds. Could they have been a bullet marks? Was somebody shot here? There. The ground was well worn, though I couldn't really make out anything. I realized I was touching the gun I had found, as I thought
Did I bust a cap in some fool? Perhaps in another life. It felt very familiar to me.
Okay, I guess we're done here.
Alright.
Alright then. We'll just go mosey on over.
What's on the other side of the train station?
Nothing.
Boink.
Let's just go this way.
I went through all those tunnels just to... Doink.
Loving it. Ah.
Yeah.
What's this? This must have been the entrance to the forest that was mentioned on that map I'd seen. Whoever was poking around in those tunnels underneath that man's house had scribble scrap notes in this place, but I couldn't make them out. Here, the sign pointed out various campsites and walking paths in the woods. It mentioned a river and maybe a washroom, but the rest was too faded to see clearly. Whoops.
You just crawl through some bushes?
Hang on, let's go back real quick.
Psychopath.
What?
Oh, you don't have a choice.
We'll go for the first one. What's this? Trampled in the dirt and grass was a plastic card of some kind. I brushed it off and it was surprised to see it was my credit card. I wasn't sure if it was still usable, but it was mine. Mine, I tell you.
Well, yeah, you take it back.
Okay.
What if you gotta buy a train ticket?
I pocketed the credit card. Hopefully I could find my driver's license too.
Then nobody will know who I murdered.
Through the fence, I could see a dilapidated outbuilding. I wondered if I could find my way around.
An outhouse. I could take a shit finally.
Been holding it for frickin' ever. Oh my gosh.
This should be confusing.
The controller rumbled when that happened.
It sounded like something moved through the bush.
There was a fire pit there. It was still a bit warm, and a few embers still burned at the bottom. Was someone else out here in those woods? Why did they abandon their campsite? A cheap dome tent slept 2 people. I shone my flashlight inside, and I could see some bedrolls, 2 backpacks, and a cooler.
Cool.
2 folding camp chairs were on the ground. One was knocked over. There were a couple of cans of beer spilled on the ground. Someone got super drunk.
Fucking bears, dude.
Well, I got a gun for those bears.
No.
No. Don't. No.
Blame?
What?
Huh?
Ah, bathrooms, finally. The grimy sink had a small patch that looked almost clean. A musty wood plank popped from the stall door. It didn't really seem useful. Did I bother to take it?
Sure.
I wasn't sure why, but I took the plank. Then I took a big duty.
Took the plank, left a dump.
Seems equivalent.
Equivalent exchange. What?
The sign here was the same as the first one I had seen. This must have been the exit to the other woods of the side of that. Whatever, I got out of there. I had finally found the exit. Once I left, I knew I never wanted to return there. No, wait.
Where's your driver's license?
Yeah, exactly. Let's go look for that. Driver's
How are you supposed
license.
to get away with the murder if you leave stuff behind, like a driver's license?
You probably wouldn't. Hang on. Driver's license.
Somebody like chasing you.
Or maybe I'm chasing them. There was some personal effects shoved back into the rock. Wait, there was a notebook there too. Did I read it?
Yeah, sure.
Inside the cheap dollar store notebook was page after worn page of names and lists. None of them made much sense. The newest page contained several names.
A kill list.
Heather, Olivia, Ashley, Cheryl, Iris, Daphne, Holly, Rose, and Rachel. Rachel.
Rachel.
Her name was the last on the list, and had a mark beside it in blue ink. The names Daphne and Olivia had been crossed out in the same blue ink. Cheryl, Heather, and Rose had also been crossed out, but those marks looked older and more faded. Someone was killing ladies.
That's rough.
It's messed up. Alright, there has to be one bush I haven't gone through or something to not find my driver's license.
Yeah.
Okay, this is back at the beginning.
No shit. Dude, I'm so lost.
Oh, hey.
A bench.
A dry old picnic table sat lonely among the trees.
Or a bench, whatever.
It had carvings and marks from years of previous campers. As I tried to read some of the names and marks, I idly thumbed the knife I'd found. If I wanted to, I could have carved something onto that table. Did I?
What?
He has the knife in his hand. He wants to carve something in it. Should we do it?
Yes, we're crazy.
All right. With a few crude strokes, I etched it in a simple design on the wood. R plus H. I felt like a teenager defacing the table. Yeah. Hey, water. A plank I found was long enough to form a crude bridge, but I wasn't sure if it would hold. Did I use it?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, God. What are those dogs?
You're fine.
Alright. Two bodies, two young women, were half dug into a hastily shallow grave between the trees. The younger looking one was still face up, her dead eyes gleaming against my flashlight. They deserve better than that. Did I clean up the gravesite? And leave my marks all over the crime scene? No?
No.
No, okay. The thought of touching those poor girls almost made me sick. I barfed all over the place. I left everything right where it was. The police could sort it out. Step, step, step.
Oh. Whoops.
I guess no driver's license.
Yeah, not even theirs.
Huh. That's unfortunate.
It's weird.
Was there any other place I could have gone? No, I guess not.
I have no idea.
Neither do I.
It's like off yonder.
Yeah, let's continue on. Maybe we'll find it.
So is this supposed to be some kind of like mystery game?
Kinda, yeah. It is a mystery-like game.
Are you trying to find out if you did this or not?
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, it kind of seems like you did it.
Yeah, it really does. Thank you, door.
It wasn't me, it was my other personality.
The forest started to thin out a bit, and through the trees I could make out parts of the town beyond the first hints of light. The mysteries of that forest were behind me, but I could still feel them in the back of my neck like a warm breath. Those girls I found. Someone had taken them from their campsite and murdered them. Was it the same person that had left the odd notebook? I was even more eager to get somewhere safe and find a way to reach Rachel.
Raquel,
Raquel, girl.
where you at? Man, I'm stuck in this forest.
Gosh. As I stepped through the gate, I suddenly recognized the auto parts factory where I had worked as a machinist for all those years. The plant was closed almost 3 years ago. Times were better then. I thought I could hear a faint rustling behind me. Maybe it was just the winds. As I broke them.
What?
Go through the broken part, or go through the door.
Oh.
Door. Oh, jeez.
That was different.
One of the lockers hung open. Its contents were tossed around, like someone had been looking for something.
Caution.
Door was locked shut. There was a little electronic box under the handle. A sign had been pasted on the front that said, "Danger, closed for repairs."
Kick it.
There was a large power box with 5 lights on it. Cables burst out of the box, snaking off to other parts of the factory. The metal was starting to wear, and the cobwebs had collected in the corners. The box wasn't receiving power.
Boo boo boo.
The door was locked tight. It seemed to be connected to the power box inside.
Man, it's like people actually secured this place when they abandoned it.
Every part of this plant smelled like old and rotten. I noticed that old bulletin board on the wall. The board contained yellow clippings of newspaper cartoons and notices. There were notes to and from the guys that worked here. One of them was Norman, who was one of the older guys.
Gotcha.
Oh, jeez. Hey, look at this. A power panel. Looked like it was shut off. Did I push the switch?
Yeah, dude, you need the power to do the thing with the doodle.
An open locker was stuffed with dirty work clothes and old boots. There was a photo of a woman taped inside, but it was scratched out. The face was unrecognizable. Power panel. Did I press the switch?
Yeah, fuck it.
Hey, how come the other one didn't do that?
I don't know.
It still wasn't working. There we go.
Neat.
It was shut tight. There was rust looking over the card slot inside.
That door sucks.
Could I go walkie-walkies? It's a spooky mystery. But we're gonna solve it. The old break table. The layer of dust and grime had only been seeing this sting more.
I miss my friends.
Whoop.
I wish I didn't murder all of them.
Oh, jeez. The door had been hastily boarded up.
Sound bimbos.
This was Norman's locker. The door was dented, like someone had punched it. I don't remember him doing that when we worked there. Another panel. There we go. A utility shelf, crammed with mismatched tools and items. There was a claw hammer on the shelf. Did I take it?
Yeah, dude, we're going old boy on him.
As I took the hammer, I noticed it wasn't as dusty as the rest of the tools on the shelf. The locker was a complete mess. Hidden at the bottom, though, was a magnetic card. Did I take it?
Yeah, for the other door.
I slipped the key card in my pocket. Another panel. Let's power it up.
Yeah.
God damn it. Yes.
Yeah.
What the fart.gov? No, you were in that position in the first place, you piece of crap. Dick. Oh, yeah, we pushed the switch.
Yeah.
There we go.
There you go. Flippy the switchy.
Everything just giving me problems.
It's giving you the business.
They always give me the business.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, let's open this up.
I don't think it's that door. Oh, the hammer.
Yeah, I struck with the hammer on the old wooden boards, came apart easily. After I'd removed the planks, I left the hammer on the floor.
Don't need a hammer when you got a gun.
And a knife. This was my locker. There was in the factory. It stank of booze. That was definitely the stank. It wasn't anything else, I swear. There was a
I
picture.
should have known something was wrong when they started catching me drunk at work.
There was a picture of Rachel on the inside. It looked like it had been torn up. I thought I had taken that picture home when the factory closed. More booze. The floor was littered with old liquor bottles. I wondered if that man in the house had something to do with this.
Or I got grumpy and crazy and just stayed drunk in the factory.
He sure had a lot of alcohol that I had drinking.
If I didn't have the shakes right now, it'd probably be easier to do this.
Alright, let's open that one. Sorry. That one door that needed a key card.
Yeah.
The key card I found seemed it would pass through the reader. Did I use this card?
Yeah, bitch.
I slid the card through the old reader and turned the handle. Boop 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 boop. Yeah, boop boops. There's a grate there. There was some kind of ventilation hatch there. It looked like I could jump to the room below. My leg hurt enough as it was, but I could see another option. But I couldn't see another option. Did I jump?
Oh man, I don't know.
Well, we got all the power on. Do you want to check something else out first?
Yeah.
Okay. If I was too chicken to jump down the broken ladder before, why do it now? I'm a total pansy. The door had somehow locked itself again. There was no keycard slot on this side.
Son of a bitch.
Damn it.
Guess we're diving.
Oh boy. Alright, here I go. Ow! I hurt my tummy. Oh man, my leg hurt like hell. There was a crumpled up old letter on the floor. It had been scratched away heavily, like it was hard to make out. Did I try to read the letter?
Yeah, it's your crazy scribblings. You're a madman.
Most of the letter was violently scratched out with what looked like to be a ballpoint pen. All I could make out was, need to take a dump.
And the bathroom is full.
Just don't drinking need Norman to get toilet paper. Who was Norman? Who was Norman writing to?
No, it's you, crazy pants.
The bottom of the ventilation shaft hung wide open. I was pretty sure high up. Wasn't sure if anyone could have gotten back there. The room on the top of the plant was the one with all the bottles. And it was really getting to me. Maybe I was just distracted. Who went up there and used that room? As I exited the factory, I didn't recognize where I was going. My head ached terribly, and my leg was a mess.
The hell, you're outside?
Yeah, I'm on the other side.
It's company.
Oh, we didn't go through that one broken part of the gate from earlier.
No. Boop.
Pretty sure it's supposed to say 60. Ow. I hit my head. Oh, yay. The garbage bin was disgusting smell of rotten food and slick black bags. I saw a thin greenish corner poking out from one of the bags. It was my driver's license. It looked damaged. Did I take it back?
Fuck yeah.
I cleaned the card off as best I could, and it looked pretty beat up. I was amazed to have found my credit card, and now this. I tucked my card into my wallet, next to my credit card.
It's really weird.
Sounded like it was going to start raining again.
Okie dokie.
As I entered Norman's place, this was the back of the store that he had ran. It was oddly quiet, except for a faint sound of the television. Let's check the first floor. Entrance to the front of the store was locked on the inside. Looked like I couldn't just pop it open. It needed a key. There was a bit of blood on the keyhole.
Somebody's trying to shove their finger in the keyhole. I'm trespassing.
Yeah, it's cool. Norman knows me. He's cool with this.
Yeah.
What the hell? One of Rachel's old autumn coats hung on the rack. That was Norman's bedroom, wasn't it? What was he doing there? Hey, guns. Inside the cabinet was a small but impressive collection of hunting rifles, shotguns, and even a few items I didn't think were legal here. It was a bazooka! One of the slots on the rack was empty. The gun I had found seemed to match the others there. If the handgun was Norman's, what the hell was he doing with it? The gun would fit there. Did I place it back in the cabinet?
Yeah. And what, try to frame Norman?
I don't know. Do you wanna?
Yeah, sure, let's see what happens.
I carefully pushed the piece back into place and felt a great burden lifted. A close call.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's an achievement. They like more blood.
Oh, Norman, you need blood.
What is this? It looked like a pull chain hanging from the ceiling. I wondered where it led. Did I pull the chain?
What's in the rest of the room?
Not yet. Somehow I was too afraid to see what was up there for myself. Maybe it was for the best.
Oh,
TV. The TV still flickered with some indecipherable channel. Love that channel. Oh! Oh no. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. Norman, my co-worker and one of my few friends I had in this town, lay dead beside his armchair. His face and shirt were covered in blood. It looked like he had been shot trying to get up. His eyes were wide with shock, though they were already dying. Norman, what was Rachel doing here? Why did you have her coat? Norman, maybe you deserved better. You probably did. Did I close his eyes?
No.
No. Sorry, Norman. But at that moment I was too confused to worry about you. I needed to find Rachel, to find some answers.
There, dead guy.
Ooh, table. I guess this was Norman's kitchen table. He kept it clean enough, but there were water rings from 2 cups still here in the wood. Should have used coasters, you dumb prick. The kitchen trash bin smelled fresh. I didn't dig through that mess, did I?
Well, if you want to find out what was going on, if you want to figure something out about somebody, you dig through the trash.
We're digging. I found a hairpin among the rotting food and trash and pocketed it. Pocketed. Big part poop. Alright, let's check out that attic.
Hey, dead guy.
Yeah, I was gonna say, he's fine. He is clearly not fine. I gave the chain a single tug, and a simple folding ladder down.
Popped out and hit me in the forehead.
Another TV. What is going on? Yeah. Ooh, box. There was a large cardboard box that had been sealed. Did I open it?
Yeah.
I opened the box, cardboard box, and wasn't entirely surprised by what I saw. There were more of Rachel's things, more of my wife's clothes, photos, shoes, and even that old radio I gave her. Why, Rachel? What were you doing here with Norman?
Kidnapped?
That or she was cheating on him.
I'm just moving in.
Probably.
Slowly but surely.
But then, oh, I guess we're piecing it together. His wife was cheating on him.
And he murdered him.
He found out, killed Norman.
And her.
Yeah. Well, we haven't found her body. I used the hairpin to pick the lock. The hairpin snapped in half, and so I threw it away.
Okay.
The general store was small, but it was clean. It had the usual things: postcards, snacks, magazines, and canned goods. I never went there much. Rachel usually stopped by after work if we needed anything. The register was mostly empty, and a fat stack of travel magazines sat beside it.
Nobody takes that shit, even for free.
The icebox seemed to be unplugged. It must have been off for a while. Most of the contents were half melted.
Delicious.
There were various postcards in the area, especially from the tourist traps. One of the postcards showed an old black and white photo of the water tower. It looked like it had been much better shape then. The Warner Brothers really let it go.
Yeah, when those fuckers escaped, they couldn't do anything else.
It had been weeks since I had last seen Norman, and finding him that way still left me cold. Thinking of him slumped against the chair only cemented my reassurance in getting rid of that gun. It looked like someone had taken that piece from his store, but why was it in the tunnels? As I stepped outside, I recalled that dusty old box of clothes in Norman's attic. I felt like that I had only discovered more questions, no answers. But I was close to home. It was time to find out the truth.
And take a nap.
'Cause I am soups tired.
Does it?
Is that? Oh, it was locked. This wasn't the right gate. Hey, no TV.
Was this the right gate?
Hang on.
Is this the right gate? Is this the right gate?
There's gotta be something around here.
Darn.
No. Alright, let's just try this one. I had the wrong gate. This one was locked.
Yes.
Oh, here we go.
Aha! The right gate.
More gates. What the fart? The neighborhood's local post box. A letter was sticking out as if someone hadn't pushed it all the way in. I knew it wasn't right, but did I look at that letter?
Fuck yeah.
The envelope was addressed to Norman. There was no return address, but the handwriting looked familiar. I took a deep breath and tore open the package. Norman, I'm sending this to you in a letter because I'm afraid to tell you this in person. What we did, well, it wasn't wrong. My husband isn't an easy man to be with. But he is my husband and your friend. I need some time to sort this out, away from both of you. I'm going far away for a while. I'm going to tell him. Norman, so don't think you can hold that against me. Maybe we'll work it out. I'm not sure I even want to, but he deserves that much at least. Well, at least that much. Goodbye.
Well then, my goodness.
Let's keep looking around. Hey, look, more blood.
Oh, silly victims and they're bleeding.
As I entered our backyard, the rain gave me a terrible sense of foreboding, and it chilled me through my clothes. I was expectant, but also afraid.
You should get rid of the knife before you go home.
No, you can't get rid of it. Oh, I don't. No
Whatever,
option.
I guess we're getting convicted for old stab your face.
Yeah. I held my breath as I approached our back door. I was terrified to step inside. The house was painfully quiet. The only sound was my own breathing, ragged and stained. I flicked the light switch by the door. The power was off. Of course it was. I remembered having breakfast here on this very table. Was it yesterday, or some before, or every day? Because you eat breakfast every freaking day.
Well, let's go see your dead wife in the bedroom.
All right. Oh, what's this? There was a small pile of mail on the floor in front of the mail slot. How long had I been away? Why hadn't Rachel picked this up? Most of the contents were bills. There was a credit card bill in there. Did I open it?
Yeah.
I ripped the bill open and read it. To my surprise, it had said something about canceling my credit card due to non-payment. What the hell? I pay that shit. The front door was locked from the inside. I couldn't go out, though. I needed to see Rachel. To see if Rachel was here. There.
Around.
Whoop. Man, 3 stores in this house?
Fancy.
I know, I'm doing good. What's this? I found the last missing piece from my wallet. The old photo of Rachel and I stared back at me, reminded me of better times. It didn't make me feel terribly comfortable. Did I keep it anyway?
Yeah.
I replaced the photo in my wallet, feeling like I had got a part of my life back. Still, the image made me uneasy. Why had I thrown it away? Stolen identity. Our television. I had purchased it before I knew I was going to lose my job. I felt pretty guilty about it afterward, but by then it was too late. TV.
Something to do when I lost my job.
The door was stuck shut. There was an old-fashioned keyhole underneath the handle.
Okay.
Whoop. Bookshelf. The books here were half mine, half Rachel's. Hey, now that I looked more closely, it looked like the man that in that house had some of the same books as I did. My wife's, Rachel's suitcase was sitting on the bed. It was closed, but I had a feeling what was in it. Did I open it?
Sure.
Inside Rachel's suitcase were a few days' worth of clothes, some personal effects, and a train ticket. As I stared at the ticket, I could feel myself flush with anger and resentment. The date and time matched the receipt I had found. Huh. Interesting. Oh.
That's 7 years bad luck.
Our hallway mirror had been smashed into pieces, scattered around the floor.
Whoops daisy.
Hey, computer. My laptop had been left on, and it only had a tiny bit of power left. On the screen was a website about the old water tower. There was a key on top of the drawer of my desk. Did I take it?
Mm-hmm.
I pocketed the key. What door was it that was locked?
I don't know.
Oh, that's right. Down below. Was this one. The door was stuck shut. There was an old-fashioned keyhole underneath the handle. Okay, apparently it's not working. Fine. I know there's another door we skipped over down here. I unlocked the basement door. Hey, wait a minute.
What?
Hang on, I want to check upstairs first. There was one more door I passed by.
Okay.
Hanging in there. Our sink, which needed to be replaced. One of the taps was always stuck, but I hadn't got around to fixing it yet. We were lucky enough to get a house with one of those wonderful old claw-footed bathtubs. A toilet. Hooray! Okay. I guess we're going down basement.
Yeah, it should be fine.
Oh yeah, totally. Basements are always a good thing in scary games.
Let's get creeped out.
Yep. There were old Christmas decorations in the box. The garbage bags were stuffed with old paint cans and supplies. There was a dirty old key in there. Did I take the key?
Yeah, it's for the other room.
I took the small key and tried to remember what it unlocked.
What? There's nothing else in there?
Let's check the door first. The grubby key I'd found in the basement unlocked the door.
Yay.
It looked like the room had been tossed around. The furniture was a mess. Did somebody break in here?
Norman, obsessed with...
There was an old crowbar on the floor. Did I need to take the crowbar?
I don't know. There's nothing I saw that you needed it for, but...
Take it anyways?
Yeah.
I lifted the heavy crowbar. I appreciated its weight. You are much appreciated.
You weighed nicely, crowbar. Thank you.
Yay! Anyway.
Your solid frame makes you feel so dependable.
Good for bashing faces.
Prying mostly. Jeez.
Sorry. There were old clothes, tools, and other things we obviously hadn't thrown out yet.
I'm so lazy.
Did I break through the wall with a crowbar?
Fuck yeah.
With a heave, I swung the crowbar at the wall, smashed a large hole enough to step through. As I stepped through the broken wall, my breath caught in my throat. This was it. Was Rachel down there? Was she okay?
Did I put her into a wall so that...
Don't look. Jellyfish.
Yeah, more spaghetti monster pictures.
Don't look. Don't look. Jellyfish. A filthy pile of rags had been dumped on the corner. The stench of them was awful, and it made my eyes water. I was terrified to even touch the pile, to see what lay within, but I knew I had to. I had come this far.
Yep.
After all this searching, after all I'd seen, when I looked within the rags, did I finally find my Rachel?
Yes.
Oh no! My hands trembled as I pulled back for the layers of cloth. There at the center, under all the dirt and mess, was my beloved, my Rachel. Her arms were bruised all over and slashed repeatedly. Her clothes were ripped and torn, and even through all that sickening blood, it was obvious she had been stabbed to death. The knife I had carried all the way suddenly seemed like poison. What had happened, Rachel? Who did this to you? Who did this to you? And he's like stabbing. Oh crap. I thought about all I had seen. I wondered if any of it could help me figure out who had done this. And when I couldn't stay there any longer, I stepped away on shaky legs and made my way back up the stairs. Reluctantly exhausted from my journey, I could no longer resist the urge to close my eyes.
Every time.
Mm-hmm. Grim discovery. It was my wallet. With it, the contents intact. Either I dropped that stuff or somebody else did. Maybe I was sleepwalking again, or maybe somebody stole it from me. Norman's store, that forest, the water tower. Was I at those places before?
How's he supposed to know?
Well, do you think he was there?
Yeah.
You think so?
Sure.
I didn't see how it could have happened any other way. I must have been the one to lose my wallet. It's goodness. Well, what does that mean? Maybe I would use some of Rachel's travel books and go find some place to go. Okay. This was the old photo of the other man and his wife, I assumed. I found it in that house. I recalled those faded remains I had found deep underneath his house. What had he done there? Well, what did I think? Was that man involved in this whole mess somehow?
Yeah, sure.
Definitely. Those tunnels, the odd tools in his house, the remains of his wife. He wasn't innocent, that's for sure. Within the few broken pieces that remained of that mirror, I could see my face had grown pale and weak. I couldn't bear to look again. It was like I didn't actually expect a reflection. I felt empty and drained. The reflection in that grimy glass was only a shadow, a whisper.
You're ugly.
I still loved the old-time charm of that claw-footed bathtub, though it seemed like cold comfort then.
Exhausted.
I think we're almost done. It was the key card I found in the factory, the one that allowed me to slip through that door. It seemed to me that it was probably Norman's, but if that was true, what was he doing back at the plant? Did I think Norman was going back to the factory?
Yes.
It must have been him. He must have been using the old locker room.
Yeah, it's probably you.
The laptop had finally run out of power. Curses. The old office safe sat on the floor. I used a digital passcode to lock it. Did I try to open it?
Yes.
The safe used an 8-digit code. What was that damn code again? That one. No, that wasn't it. Damn, I couldn't remember. I leafed through the notebook I had taken from the forest. In it were the names that had been written down. Heather? Oh, do you think it's the letters instead?
That or Rachel.
Those poor girls. Were they victims of the same person who had killed Rachel? I wondered what had happened to the other names on that list, or the ones scratched out on the desk of the wet tunnels.
They did.
I don't know, maybe it's like... Let's see. The man in the house... Was he responsible? When I woke up, I found him dead already. All of us safe. Digital passcode. I tried to open it now. I didn't think it was important at the time. I'll have to try again. Maybe there's some other place that gives us a clue. Let's see. It was a letter I had taken from the postbox. Rachel, were you really having an affair with Norman? But why? I didn't think things were that bad. In the letter, Rachel seemed concerned. She almost seemed worried of what Norman might do. Did he do that to Rachel?
Yeah, sure.
I was sure of it. She wanted to end the affair, and that bastard, he killed her for it. A lot of it made sense. Norman was clearly seeing Rachel a lot, so he had plenty of time to plan it out. He knew where we lived, obviously. Is that why Rachel looked so scared when I came home that day? What had happened to me? Did Norman knock me out or something? From now on, I have no one to get angry with me for stupid things like buying this TV. It's my TV. Mine. It seemed like I had seen all there was. Maybe. I thought I was ready to go back into the basement. I don't know, there was that whole safe thing, but... The mail sat there, heaped on the floor. How long had Rachel been lying in the basement?
That's a good question.
There was nothing here for me anymore. No reason to stay in that house. Did I leave, never to return? No, we haven't gone to the basement yet.
Which house?
Our house.
The basement, it was where the dead girl
Yeah,
was.
he says he wants to go back there, though. Do you want to just leave?
No.
No? Okay. I feel like I had to think about it a bit more. Alright. There would be no more dinners here. No more chit-chat over breakfast, at least not for us. I locked the door. There was no reason to return to the backyard anyway. Oh. Not fine.
Bitch.
Hey. Don't say that.
Dumb.
Alright.
Boy.
I noticed there wasn't any sound when going down the stairs, so it's like as if he just jumped. If I was guilty, I could take this to a warm, safe place and do something about it. Did I pick up the knife?
Wait, what?
If I was guilty, I could take this... So basically the knife is here. It's the murder weapon.
Oh.
His wife was stabbed, but he has the murder weapon with him. Let's see. I could take it to a warm, safe place and do something about it. So I could take the knife and dispose of it.
Yeah, but who shot Norman?
True. So should we take the knife?
Nah.
No? Okay. No. There were other means of dealing with this.
Like procrastination.
Now that I stood there, I realized I couldn't go back into that room again. I had already seen too much. Oh. Alright. Well, I guess that's everything. We're gonna leave.
Okay.
There was nothing for me here anymore. No reason to stay in that house. Did I leave, never to return?
Yes.
Yes. Living in this town hadn't been easy. The plant had helped it in some way to stay grounded. It kept me in line, gave me something to do, and helped me get away from my past. When the factory closed, everything changed. I guess that was when I started sleepwalking, disappearing for hours at a time. I had MRIs and piles of doctor reports, but nothing seemed to help, not even drinking. Booze. My only safe haven failed me.
Who's money?
But I swear I had tried to give it up. I know it. Sleepwalking never really went away, though. But I know Rachel had tried. I know she had tried to be there for me, even when everything had fallen apart. This night had unearthed terrible truths, but I knew it was the final act of a long-standing horror I'd been living. Waking up in that house tonight was the final cruelty. I wish I had remained unconscious in that room forever. It was obvious to me that the man I had found in that house had something to do with all of this. Could he have killed Rachel? It started to seem that there were too many things that...
Okay, you're a raging alcoholic with mental problems, and you killed the factory owner and the guy and the wife, and now you're just trying to get away with murder. You don't even know it because you were sleepwalking when you did it.
Could he have killed Rachel? It started to seem that there were too many things that I had seen to think otherwise. After making it out of those tunnels, I thought the sewers might feel safer. I was wrong. They stank.
Yeah, what the hell?
The security tape I had watched showed someone being attacked by what looked like two people. But who was it that was attacked? I had found the contents of my wallet scattered throughout town. Why the hell had I been out there? I had my sweet had gone to some new extreme? Was I skateboarding? Grinding?
Sleep skateboarding? Sleep skating?
We've gone to extreme levels, brah.
I was so radical I did a kickflip to a dark slide on the curb.
That'd be so funny looking. He's like doing kickflips and stuff. I thought that I couldn't account for my whereabouts, but I knew I had been to that forest. And even
Yo, dog, that was so sleepy.
been to that forest, even Norman's place. Well, it was terrifying. I didn't know what that meant, but at least I had recovered my things. Hopefully, I thought, that would cover my tracks, so I wouldn't be blamed for all this. Even more troubling were those poor girls I had found in the terrible woods. Half hidden in a shallow grave, their secret death seemed like the ultimate defiling. If I hadn't found them, would anyone have done so? Would they have even been missed? I vaguely recalled the desk I had seen in those tunnels, the names etched there. Someone had killed those girls. Was it that man? It was clear, at least, that Norman had been going back to the old plant. Maybe he was the one who had boarded up that locker room, who had been drinking up there in that secret hiding place.
Yeah, he was the one with the drinking problem, remember?
So he had killed that guard then? He must have. Maybe he was found out, or the guard had caught him on patrol. Damn it, Norman, why? After the factory, I thought I might find some solace if I could just get to Norman's store. But all I found were more horrors and more questions. Now that I really consider it, that's where I should have seen it coming. Norman, you were dead. And it was damn hard to feel bad about that. It was clear that you and Rachel were more than just friends. And obviously whatever had been going on had gone badly. So why did you kill her? Did she want out of whatever you two were getting into? Were you two responsible for the other murders and of the other horrible things that had gone in that town? I would find no peace, that much is certain. But this way, I didn't have to look you in the eye or sit through some kind of trial and wonder what was going through your head. When I had marched through the rain towards home, I desperately clung to the hope that this would end, and I guess in a way it did. But how could I have known how hopeless it all was? I started to feel as disoriented as when I sleepwalked, to think of it now. Coming through the back of the door and into the kitchen should have tipped me off that something was horribly wrong. There was no sound of television, radio, or even the air was still. But seeing Rachel there, lying ruined and discarded into the basement, that was a horror I could never have imagined. That other man I had found was involved in all this somehow. I knew it. But it was Norman, that traitorous son of a bitch, who had done this deed. Whatever was going on, he was the one who took Rachel away from me. I hated him for it more than I could possibly express. But that offered no strength, no solace. Rachel was gone now, and I was too, forever. As I swung open the door and stepped out into the air, I caught the scent of a wet grass and fog. Rachel, my beautiful wife. Just the thought of her again, cold and inert, shook me from head to toe. What would I do now? Who would I turn to? It would only be a matter of time before the police got involved, before the neighbors knew. The front lawn was soft and giving beneath my feet, and I couldn't shake the urge that I shouldn't stand there, but rather that I should run. 'Cause the police are, Abby. Oh. That's the end. Slipping away. Oh.
So they don't even tell you?
Well, there might be multiple endings or something.
I'm confused.
I kind of am too. But it was a neat little game. Zimbot. Zoom H4.
Oh, good old Zoom.
Huh. So, lots of special. Home is dedicated to my wife, Nancy. Watch your back.
Okay.
Nancy will get you. You talk smack about my game, she's gonna smack you. The end. Share your story and connect with us and check out some of the other games. Oh. Play again. Quit desktop. Alright, well,
Yep.
that does it for this, guys.
Yeah, that was a weird one.
It was spooky. Alright, bye.